everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. So I'm here today with another messy Monday, playing with my oxides inks, trying a little different technique, seen it done many times but really just wanted to give it a go. So I thought I'd bring you along with the process. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Let me just pop those inks back up there. So the technique is using the inks, the oxides, and treating them as if they're watercolours. So I've got a pot of water here with some brushes, watercolour brushes in. I had a play yesterday because I wanted to try this technique out before I switched the camera on and brought you along. And this is what I've created. I've got during August I'm going to be doing some ocean themed journals and getting bits ready for that. So I wanted to do some tags. This is just using a couple of different colours of the inks and the oxides and just using them as if they're paints to paint on and create a scene. And I wondered if I'd get a bit more control with the colour rather than just doing the colour and dabbing it on like that and picking it up like I've done with this one here. So I'll show you what I've done. I've got these two tags. I've done this journaling card, which looks a bit strange now because this is an open area, but I want to go in at a later stage and use some stamps. I've got a lovely mermaid stamp that I'm hoping will go in there, and then do some blending with the inks, with the brushes and the little sponges, so that it smooths out those areas and just enhances it, so that this is like making backgrounds ready. I just had a bit of a play and thought, oh, that'll make a funky journaling card with some lace around it and maybe an image, a fussy cut image from a digital. Had a quick play with some other colours here, and I wondered if I could control the colour with green at the bottom and a blue sky at the top, and then I just did this random. It's quite funky, not quite sure what I'm going to do on that one. And then this morning I just did these, which I thought I would take you along and show you the technique, just in case. I mean, you probably have seen the technique out there before, but if you're new to mixed media like I am, it's a great technique to have and to do. So yeah, let's take you along while we do this. Let's pop that to one side. Yeah, all nice in camera. Now I went ahead and pre-cut my card up. This is quite thick. It's about 300 GSM watercolor card, and I cut the A4 sheet into, it's 3 1/4 this way, so into strips, and then these tags are 7 inches high, and then these are just the offcuts from that I thought, well, actually they're quite a nice size for a little journaling card. And I have got some mixed media paper that I've been playing around with as well. This tends to warp a bit more, but I want to try this time round. So I've got everything with me that I think I'm going to need, so let's have a little play. Let's do a tag first, one of these big tags. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this bottle that's just an old spray bottle, and that really soaks that paper, and just going to let that soak in while I actually I'm going to go with the dark one first. Let's do, this is Prized Ribbon Oxide, and then just literally use my brush with some water on it, and I'm just going to start to create, actually I think I'm going to do a wash first on here, let that dry. But it's really quite cool because you can play around with the inks in the water and do all different shapes and everything, and I just thought that would be really quite cool to have a play. Basically that's all we're doing, isn't it? Just having a little play, a big kid. There, I think I am happy with that background for now, so I'm just going to dry it. Hopefully the noise of this isn't too bad for you. Oh, we've got a cat. I'll have to wait until that's completely dry. There's a cat hair on there and I don't want that. So it takes a few minutes because we've soaked it quite a lot. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. I can't believe this is going to air on Monday the 31st. July has just gone by so quickly. It's yeah, it's crazy. Time's flying by. I've got lots planned for next month's videos. I've had some viewer requests. One from a lady, Elizabeth her name is, so hello Elizabeth, and she's asked for some clusters, so we're going to be doing some clusters in my videos during August. And then a lovely lady I've been chatting with, Kerry, hello Kerry, she's asked if I would do a bit more in-depth tutorial on how I did the Truly Blue journal with the front bits with the flip outs and everything. So I'm going to be doing another one of those. I'll try not to make it so big. I think I'm going to make the signatures in it a bit smaller. Yeah, it's the only problem when you're wetting it too much. You've got that here. Now I don't waste this little bit. I'm very precious with my inks. I just dabbing it up. There we go. This is just, as you can see, it's got all sorts of colours. And then I'm just going to give this another quick dry. I'll lift it up. It might dry both sides then. So yeah, we were chatting, Kerry and I were chatting about what I used for that, and it was a cereal box. I keep all my old cereal boxes. I think it's a trait of us junk journalists. We keep that sort of thing, don't we? And nothing's safe. We always look at it. Oh, what can I turn that into? Would that be good in this? Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do a nice little tutorial on that. Now I'm just gonna dry this under here because we put so much water down. I want a drier surface for that to sit on. Oh look, didn't know that there was these kind of hues in here. I've not had that purple colour come up before. Let's see, yeah, that's the prized ribbon. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is just go straight in. Let's see, I want it an underwater theme, so I'm just going to put some bits here like this, just to it's quite damp. And then what I'm going to do is just see if that will soften it with some water. If I put a bit more down. Okay, let's dry that and see how we are. So it's all just about experimenting, this is really. And I kind of got a underwater theme in my head that I want to do, and with some seahorses and some fish and a mermaid and my stamps. So it's building up the layers. Let's just dry under here again because that feels still quite wet. I actually think that's enough of that blue, so I'm going to put that one to the side. Not going to waste my ink, and it's too precious to waste. So what I'm going to do is, let's just spray this with some water, and then we'll just go in and I'm just going to use this up to just create a bit of a wash over the background, and then we can work on it from there. So yeah, sorry, went quiet for a moment there. Just it can be quite meditative. I find these just playing. I tend to go off into a world of my own. So yeah. So I hope you've been enjoying the last couple of Mixed Media Monday videos that I have done, been playing around with different things, and I hope you're going to enjoy this one as well. Let's just mop that up, because I do like to play with them, but I am challenging myself to, once we've had a play, to then actually use them and turn them into stuff for my journals, because previously before I started the YouTube and I was playing around, I would just leave this like this and think to myself, oh, now what do I do? I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But I'm challenging myself to try and make something more with them. Now, the way this has fallen, I was thinking I'd have it to the side here, which would be nice because you could have like a shoal of fish coming in with something there. So actually I think I might do that. Carry on just enhancing this little edge. And this is just a flat little brush, wide brush. I just picked a few random brushes from my watercolour stash, because I do like to do watercolours. I'm not very good at it, but what I like to do is watercolour stamped images. They make turning them into, they make great stickers for pen paling and everything. So right, I think I'm happy with that. Actually, I'm not going to bother drying that because I don't think I'm going to work on any other colour with that for the moment. Let's just see if we can pick any more of this colour up. We might be able to. Where are we? That's a drier spot. Yeah, we can pick some of it up. Look. This is going to be so random, all different colours on here, but I'll probably use it to die cut from with some different things. Some flowers and stuff would look really, really nice. Right, so we've got a tag, we've got journaling card. Let's go again, but let's, oh, that's my template. What did we use? We went with Prized Ribbon. Let's use the Mermaid Lagoon first. So this is just an old spray bottle. That's what it's glass cleaner. It has been cleaned out and everything, so it doesn't smell. It's got no of the natural cleaner left in it, but I just thought it was a bigger to be able to use with watercolouring and doing this, because you need to wet the surface. So I'm going to create a bit more of an organic feel with this. Just to see how we go. Spruce it around. Oh, trying desperately not to touch it so I don't put prints all over it, and there we go. Let's just dab my hands. Right, let's give this a dry. I'm just going to do it on loud, so if it's too noisy, fast forward this a little bit. because it'll dry quicker doing it like this. Otherwise I'll be here forever trying to dry this. So I apologise if it's too noisy for you. There we go. I don't quite know how to, when you're in the middle of a video, speed it up. I can speed up an entire video, but I'm not technically minded, so I don't quite know how to do that. So this technique is really all just about building up the layers. I mean, it's the same colour, but we're building up on top of it with it again with the same colour, and it's amazing how different they are. But then the oxides do react to water quite a bit. They're very water reactive. I'll do this one on the quieter one because I didn't put too much more down. There we go. Now, do we want any more on here? Maybe we want a little bit of it from a darker bit here. Still on camera. Oh, I can hear the blue tit calling outside. I can see through the blinds. Oh, yeah, he's on our sunflower seed feeder. It comes and pinches them from there, and then flies off into the big bay tree that we've got in the back garden to eat it. How sweet. It always seems to go quiet this time of year with birds in the garden, I think because you've got most of the babies have fledged now, and they'll come in and have some food, like the group of juvenile starlings from this year's fledging will come in and feed and stuff and that, and you do get the blackbirds, but they seem to be quite few and far between. They're not constantly in and out like they have been during spring, and what they are again in the autumn winter. It's this time of year always seems to be quite quiet for wildlife in the garden, which is sad. But it's how nature goes. So yeah, they'll be back once the weather starts to turn for autumn. Okay, so I think that's all I want with that colour. Now we've got this colour still everywhere here, so I'm just going to re-wet it on the mat here and just see if we can pick some of this colour up. Oh my, the state of my hands. And just see if we can add a bit in on here as a different colour. Just building up the layers. Oh, that's quite nice. Look at that. Let's try that and see how we go. There, that's nice. I might do the same on this one as well. Pick up some of this. Let's just dip in for a bit more water. Okay, so we're going to put a bit around here just to see if we can enhance anything on here. So yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm doing this, you know, purposefully. I'm just literally dabbing it any which way I feel. and I think that's the key to playing with this. When I'm doing my watercolour painting, I overthink things. I have a tendency to overthink, and I'm slowly learning with experimenting and playing with this mixed media that you don't overthink it. You go with how the ink comes and lays down onto the paper and stuff. So yeah, it's all a learning curve. Yeah, it's added some highlights to it. It's not properly dry, so that will continue intensifying. Right, I think we are done with this colour. I'm just going to smush up what I can, and then I think what I'm going to do is go back to some of the ones I did yesterday and put different colour on top, show you how I was doing that. Right, let's just clean this. So we got a nice work surface to start with. There we go. Okay, so we'll leave these 3 to dry that we've just done, and I think if I bring the 3 that I did this morning back in, I want to, like I did these with, I added the green colour in as well, because I'm thinking if you've got kelp and things like that under the water. So I did do a little bit of green on here. I don't think I'm going to do that one. This one, and my idea is I'm thinking of a mermaid here, so I might do this one actually. Now, what did I use? I think I used this one. It's the only green oxide I have, which is Bundled Sage. So again, it might not be the perfect colour, but I'm just working with what I actually have. Let's just see, what brush did I use? Yeah, I still use the wide brush. I'm just making sure it's clean. There, that is clean. Let's spray this because my water's got quite blue in it, so I don't want to put blue too much in this. Okay, so that's quite nice. Now, if we've got the mermaid sitting up here, what I'm thinking is I just kind of went up like this in lines as if it's the kelp coming up. And when I've done stamping using my Lavinia stamps, I've kind of got goo up the page like this anyway, with some little stamps, and that's what gave me the idea to see whether I could just go up with it. So let's dry this, and then we'll add another layer on top, because I know the oxides is going to change colours. So let's just dry this. It takes a bit more shape with this by doing these. And if it doesn't work, well, I'll just use the card as a base and collage over. That's what I keep telling myself, because I'm like, want everyone to turn out perfect for first attempt. But no, it's not going to go to waste. If I don't like it, I'll either use it as a die cut base, or I will just collage over it. Okay, so let's go again with a bit more, and we'll just sort of like do it again kind of on top of it almost, and you just build up different layers. Yeah, you're starting to see some of the yellows actually coming through this. Right, let's dry this. I'll just catch that, I don't know if I did. Oh, this is so much fun. I do enjoy getting messy and having a play. As I said, there's so many wonderful mixed media artists out there that I just are so inspired to just have a play and have a go. And I'm not a talented artist in terms of drawing, you know, the classic art drawing and stuff, I'm not good at all, but watercolours, these oxide inks and paints, they just give you that sense of freedom that when you're painting, when you think of an artist that's got oil paints or drawing and sketching and stuff, they feel like they're doing things with such free movement, and that's what I really, really like about this kind of mixed media playing, because it gives you a sense of freedom to just go with the flow and everything. So yeah, actually I think that's enough on there, because I want to see if I can enhance it some more, and I don't have any other greens. Let's have a little look and see. I've got green inks. See, I just think these ones are going to be a bit too rich. Salvage patina. I'm wondering actually if salvage patina, I believe I've got it in an oxide. If you're wondering, hubby gets me these trays from where he works, bless him. They were just going to chuck a load out, so he brought them home, and that's what I use to store stuff in. They're just so handy. Yeah, I think I might work with the oxide on that one, but first of all I want to use this up. So actually I don't think I'm going to wet it this time, because there's enough here that we can just do a background, I think, straight with this. That'll should use it all up then. Oh, we're getting close to that bit there. Is there enough? There should be enough. Just, and let's use that all up. There we go. That's a nice little background that we can work on. So let's just clean this colour up. The oxides do leave a bit of a chalkiness behind, so I do, in between colours, I do like to clean it down. There we go. Right, we were going to do a bit of the salvage patina oxide. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks like it's quite a nice colour. Pop that back in there. Put there. Right, now again I'm going to wet this. Make sure my brush is clean. Mix this all around in the water. There we go. Let's see what this is going to be like. Oh, this is quite nice. I like this. Now I'm just kind of looking to go in between some of the green. Just to give another dimension, as if there's like two lots of colour types of kelp. And I'm just gently going up that edge. A bit more this side, I think. There, let's dry that. Gosh, that really does take shape, doesn't it? Wow. Time, because my little stamp set does have a frilly kelp, which I thought I could use around the bottom. Then I've got the mermaid, but I think the mermaid might be a bit big. I might have to go for the seahorse on this. The only stamp that didn't come in that set was a fish, so I'm on the hunt for a nice fish stamp set. I think Lavinia Stamps have some, and I'm hoping I've put in on my wish list for my birthday at the end of August for a gift voucher from Lavinia Stamps, so that I can treat myself to some, because I do love Lavinia Stamps. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, that's worked really, really nicely. Can you see that? Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use this up, and how do we want this? Do we want this? Let's go this way this time round, and what I'm going to do is just randomly, actually let's just do the whole thing like this and create a little background. It's yeah, this is really fun. When I was showing you, I didn't check the time, did I? Oh, we're about half an hour, so I think we will just check on the ones that we've done, see if I want to add any other colour to them, and if not, we'll leave it for now, this video, and I'll come back and then we'll enhance the backgrounds, not through this technique. So let's just see. These were the ones. Do we want to add any other colour? I think that's ready for stamping. That's ready for stamping and inking. I think the same with that one. This one could possibly need it. These were two, they are fine. This one I know is definitely fine. Those were just some random ones that I did. So let's see, we've got this one actually, haven't we, that needs working on. We need to add another colour into this. I haven't actually used any of this, and I'm wondering if I can use some of the saltwater taffy, because that is kind of like a coral colour. And I'm going to use my fan brush, so let's just make sure it's clean. Give a little bit of a spritz on here. And I wonder if I can just do like a little coral, something here with some coral. And yeah, I'm quite liking the colour. It's not bad at all, actually. This is actually quite nice. I like this. We want them to be a little bit taller. That has come up really nicely. Oh, I like that colour. Let's give it a dry and see, because it being oxide, it always seems to change once it's dry. I'm now thinking, can I put this on some of those others? Just turn it over, and then that will help it from warping too much. Oh, that's really nice. Do we want a little bit of the pink in there? I actually think we do. I don't think we want much. So let's just... just some little dots here and there. And then we just want one coming up that way, one coming down there. Like so. That's all I think it needed, just a couple of bits either side. Just adds. So I mean, I would have used this, done stamping like this in the past, so instead we're using the watercolours to create the inks, to create yeah, little bits. Almost that blob looks like a fish. Oh, I really like that. Right, now I'm going to see if I want to add it to any other colour. I wonder if we can just use it up and add it on here. Because this has got kind of like a pinky hue coming out of the blue. There, I think that's all we're going to get up. That's lovely. I'm not going to dry that one. Just going to, not with the dry, just going to leave that to dry. Right, let's do the last pickup of the ink. Make sure we can, every last drop before I then clean my mat. And then I'll show you what we've done. There we go. So we did these two backgrounds, a tag and a journaling card. So we've got those, and you see them. Then I did this one. I'm loving this. That I can see the little seahorse or mermaid in there with some little fishies. That's going to be lovely. We just done a background, plain and simple background, using up the inks, and then we've just enhanced that one. We did the lovely background, and then I've just enhanced it with the saltwater taffy on there. So that's what we've created. In my next video, into August, the Mondays in August, I will do some stamping on these and show you how I'm going to take these further to create ephemera for journals. And as I said, I've got some other mixed media videos planned for I think it's 4 Mondays in August. There's obviously the little viewer request videos that are going to be coming, and there'll be some DT projects. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video and all what I've created for you in the month of July, and do stay tuned, do subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for notifications, because I will be bringing out loads more videos for August. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Take care everyone. Thanks for supporting me. Bye.